Welcome to Dill Dog Movie Reviews. Hey guys, so today's review is on the movie Alpha. Alpha was released August 17th, 2018. This movie is the story of a boy who gets separated from his tribe. He ends up finding a wolf who ends up partnering up with him. This is kind of the prehistoric story of how dog became man's best friend. The boy and the wolf have to end up working together, putting aside their differences and helping each other survive the deadly winter that is to come. They work together and try to make their way back to the tribe that the boy was separated from. And that is the main plot of the movie. The genre of this movie is family, drama, and adventure. And the target audience of this movie would definitely be family, because of the whole plot of the movie is him getting separated from his tribe and his family. And the entire movie is him just working to get himself back and reunited with his tribe. The music in this movie was actually pretty crazy, as they didn't have any, except they did have some music in the trailer, which added to that, but nothing actually in the movie, besides a few sound effects and stuff like that in the background. For the acting in this movie, I feel like they could have used a better actor to portray this role, but with the guy that they did choose, I feel like he did a great job giving it all he had, and they made it work, and ended up doing a pretty decent job with the acting in this movie. The storyline in this movie, there wasn't much of one that they had to it. Most of it was just him surviving in the wild with his wolf and just surviving through the winter, making his way back to the village. But what they did have for a storyline was a very good one. They had very good just background to the characters, making you feel care for the different characters and the different events that have happened in this movie. The special effects in this movie were very good, and it was done all by the KNB EFX group. There were a lot of effects in this movie, as it was all in prehistoric time. They had this movie done with a lot of different elements, with different animals being in the movie that may not even exist anymore. Just different scenes in the movie that involved a lot of special effects, making it all able to happen. And it just made this movie a whole nother level, brought it to another level of cinema, just making it so that you can get a lot more out of it than you would be able to without special effects being in play. This movie really makes you feel about some of the different scenes that happen in this. Like when he actually gets separated from his tribe, you really feel for the main character and the people who surrounded him in his everyday life, who were affected by this tragic event. This movie really makes you care about, well, I'll admit it, I'm a big dog lover, and man, you really care for that wolf in that movie, about everything that happens. You know how a lot of dogs die in different movies. You don't want that to happen to this dog. And yeah, you're on that suspense level wondering, is he gonna die? Is he gonna stay alive? What's gonna happen? And this movie really makes you care about that dog throughout this movie. So this movie's goal throughout this whole thing, I think, was to entertain you, and also not just that, but obviously they want to make a nice, decent income for their movie and their business. And they accomplished that by almost doubling their profits from their budget, and they did entertain me as it goes from there. The only real weakness in this movie is the subtitles. Some people don't like to read, but that's a very minor one, as it comes out to be a very great movie. So for this movie, personally, I would give this a 10 out of 10 as I loved the movie. The first time I watched it, I did not actually like it, but the second time I went, it cleared up some things, and I actually loved the movie overall. But as an overall for all audiences, I would give this an 8 out of 10, just for everyone. Thank you for catching this week's review, and don't forget to catch next week's review.